Hi Sagittarius, welcome to May. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. So this month we have two eclipses, one a new moon in Taurus that it happened on April 30th, but it's going to be carried through the month of May and for the next 6 months till the next eclipse in October. Then we have a full moon in Scorpio on the 16th. Mercury goes retrograde on the 10th, and we have a new moon on May 30th in Gemini. And planets are shifting from Pisces into Aries this month. So Venus and Mars and Jupiter will be shifting over into Aries, bringing in some fresh energy and courage to start something new. So let's see what the cards say, and we'll get into the astrology later. What does Sagittarius need to know about love and relationships for the month of May 2022? What is coming up for Sagittarius for May 2022? What is coming up for Sagittarius for the month of May 2022 in terms of love and relationships? What does Sag need to know? The Magician, the Ace of Cups, the High Priestess, the Three of Swords, the Devil, the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Hermit, and the Five of Swords. And the card at the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so the Magician, you are manifesting love this month. The Magician is, and you got the Ace of Cups here. This is a new beginning, a new cycle of love coming in. The Magician is a card of manifestation. It's a card of channeling divine energy to create what you want. And you're going to have that power this month. It's the power of thought. It's the power of visualization. So it's really important that you focus on the positive this month. And, focus on what you want to create. Don't focus on the negative things that are irritating you. Just because you don't want to reinforce them and, bring more of that energy in. Whatever you focus on, you magnify. So think of it that way. That doesn't mean that, we can't deal with whatever is negative. Deal with it, but don't dwell on it. Dwell on how can I move into a better place? How can I raise my vibration so that I am attracting love and abundance? And don't let people push your buttons, because you're going to be dealing with people that are pushing your buttons this month. But don't let it get to you. Just let them go. Just let it roll off your back like a duck, like water on a duck's back, right? So you have this Ace of Cups. That's love, new beginning. So it could be a brand new relationship if you're not dating anyone. It could be a new beginning in a current relationship where you decide to have a healthier connection, where you decide to make some changes. The High Priestess is here. This is a card of things happening behind the scenes. It's also a card of where you may not know everything, but you can trust your intuition. It's a card about quieting your mind and listening to your intuition and listening to that inner voice. So meditation would be a good practice to do this month so that you could hear that divine voice, that divine guidance, and it will steer you in the right direction. You have the Three of Swords here as a passing influence, so you could have broken, this is like a card of sorrow, heartache. You could have broken up with someone, or you could have been dealing with some kind of heartache, maybe an argument with someone. But that energy is passing. Except that the Devil, I feel like it may not be over completely, because the Devil and the Nine of Wands is here, and the Five of Swords. So the Devil is a card of, you might have ended a relationship that was toxic, that was more of like a codependent type of relationship where one person was doing all the giving. Maybe you felt really drawn in by this person. It was hard to break free, hard to let go of. You could have been dealing with someone who had a drinking or drug problem, some type of addiction. The devil can sometimes lead to an addiction, and it doesn't have to be drinking or drugs. It could even just be like, I am addicted to this person. I can't let go. I can't, get them out of my head. I want to break, you break free from someone and you keep thinking about them, whether they're renting space in your head. So, and especially with the Nine of Wands, I think you've been working hard to release yourself from a toxic situation. And with the Nine of Wands is saying, don't give up. You're very close. You're almost near the end where you can actually put it all behind you. But there may be one more battle or one more hurdle. Like, I feel like, especially with this Mercury retrograde coming in, you may reconnect with someone from the past. Someone may come back for one more round. But I feel that you are going to realize, I don't think you're going to, I wouldn't worry about it, because I think that this new relationship or this new beginning is going to help you to cut your losses and move on. Because you have this Five of Swords here. I know I'm not going in order, but this is important. Five of Swords is about dealing with someone's hostility. Realizing that I can't change this person. They are who they are. And either I have to learn how to live with them, take the good with the bad, or I have to cut my losses and move on, because they're not going to change. So don't kid yourself. A lot of times we stay in a relationship thinking, oh, this person's going to change. I can make them change. I can love them. I can take their pain away. I could give them more love and heal their wounds and all that. We have to stop kidding ourselves and say, you know what? This is who this person is. They're not going to be any different unless they want to change. You can't change someone. They have to want to change. And even then it's hard. Because, if someone is locked into a pattern, especially an addictive pattern, it's hard to change. And the Devil card could also be fear. Maybe you have this new love coming in. I feel like that, you have this Ten of Cups here. So there is someone offering you genuine love. There's true love here. And in your environment, you have the Six of Cups. This is a card of healing from the past and moving into a better tomorrow, a better future. So you have someone who's wanting to, the sixes are cards of harmony. It's a card of improvement. So whatever you're doing, you've learned lessons from the past and you're moving into a new situation knowing that you're not going to make the same mistakes again. You're going to, learn from the past. I feel, though, you could be connecting with people from the past this month, but you could also connect with someone that feels like a past, like someone like feels familiar to you. So it could be someone from like a past life even, especially with this Ace of Cups. I feel like you have this new opportunity to heal whatever wounds that you had in a past life with someone and make it better the second time around in this life. Now you have the Hermit here. You have these two cards, the Hermit and the High Priestess. So you're going to be doing a lot of soul searching this month and a lot of thinking. Like, is this relationship right for me? Can I trust this person? Because I think there's fear with this Ten of Cups in your fear sector. You're afraid of the love that this person's offering you. It's like you're afraid of the other shoe's going to drop. Like, I don't know if this person really loves me. Maybe, how do I know if it's, because you're making the new person pay for the sins of the past person. I've been disappointed in the past. I've been with these toxic people in the past. It starts out great, and then it becomes toxic over time. This is saying, I feel like the cards are saying, give it a chance, because don't let your fears hold you back from love. You need to work on releasing the past and drop, if someone from the past comes back and it was toxic in the past, it's probably going to be toxic again. So cut your losses, move on. I mean, if you're in a toxic situation and you realize and you're not getting what you deserve, cut your losses and move on. But if you have this new relationship or a new beginning coming, and the person is actually doing all the right things, trust that. Don't let fear hold you back from love. Because you have the Ace of Pentacles here. You have two aces. The Ace of Pentacles is a great card for for manifestation. It's saying whatever you can conceive, whatever you're thinking of, whatever you're visualizing, you can bring it into fruition. You can have this love. You just have to control your thoughts. Don't go to the dark side. Don't go start doubting and start being suspicious and, see say, yes, I can find true love. I can have someone that really loves me. I can have a really good relationship. So don't let the wounds of the past interfere with the present. That's what I'm saying. Because with the Devil card, it could also represent fear. Fear of becoming, when you connect with someone at the soul level, there's always that fear of losing yourself in the relationship. So you don't want to, and so some people may put up blocks. You have this psychological protective defense mechanism. Like, I don't want to get hurt. I don't know if I want to bond this deeply. So just give it time and let things grow naturally. And you'll see that this is a new beginning. You're having an opportunity for a brand new beginning that can bring you a lot of joy. So don't waste your time on toxic people or the past relationships that weren't healthy. If you're in a toxic thing, free yourself and allow this new energy to come in, because I think it can change your life in a good way. So let's see what the cards, the Fairy Oracle, has to say for Sag this month. What does Sag need to know? Let's get a card for Sag for May. Environmental awareness. Okay, so this is the message from the fairies. Okay, where is it? Okay. The fairy kingdom is very concerned with the health of Mother Earth. By drawing this card, the fairies are recruiting you to become involved in environmental matters. You have the power to make a huge impact on our planet. Earth is a living, breathing being, and the fairies are calling upon you to help her. Your contributions could include recycling, picking up trash while on your nature walk, switching to environmentally friendly cleaning products, getting involved in an environmental protection group, becoming a vegetarian, or educating your children about the fragility of nature. When you spend time outdoors, mentally ask the fairies for guidance on how to make your special contribution to Mother Earth's well-being. The fairies will give you answers in the form of thoughts or feelings, by arranging a synchronistic opportunity, or by helping you use your unique talents to help educate others about environmental concerns. So your mantra for this month is, it feels good to nurture my planet with loving care. And while you're doing that, you're also nurturing yourself with loving care. So let's see what the astrology has to say just for Sag. You have this new moon eclipse in your 6th house. And it's conjunct Uranus, and it's sextile Mars in the 4th house. So there's going to be some unexpected developments in a work situation. The 6th house is your day-to-day environment. It's also the way your service, the type of service that you're doing. And I feel like you could also be, you might be even working from home, because the Mars is in the 4th house. So there could be some unexpected job opportunity or an improvement in your work situation where you have more money to work on your house. Like you might be renovating your house. With Mars in the 4th house, you could be doing work in the home. You also have Venus, Jupiter, and Neptune there. So there's going to be love in the home. There could be someone moving in, moving out. There's going to be a lot of activity in your home. You might even decide to purchase a new home because Jupiter is there. And if you're looking for a new place to live, Jupiter will bring you a lot of opportunities to expand your environment. And for those of you who don't think about moving, you might be just working on making the house better, bigger, brighter. You might be adding an extension or painting so that getting rid of clutter, that kind of thing. But Neptune is there, so your home is your sanctuary. And I feel like you're feathering your love nest too. So this new romance, you're going to want to work on the house too. And I feel like there's going to be some exciting developments in the work that you do. That's going to bring in greater financial security and greater freedom. You're going to be working on something unique. Pluto is in your 2nd house, and it's trining Mercury in your 7th house. And Mercury just moved into Gemini. It's at the 0 degree. So there could be some financial benefits coming through a relationship or a contract that you're signing. It may involve communication, because Mercury is the sign of contracts, communication, thoughts, thinking, communicating, teaching. I feel like there's going to be some developments on your job. Now, Mercury's going to go retrograde this month, so just be careful you read the fine print if you're signing any contracts. If you're connecting with a partner, it could be someone where you have a very good mental connection. The person's a good communicator. You can sit and talk for hours and you really get each other. And you can have deep conversations. I feel like, you really get each other, you understand each other. You're doing a lot of talking, a lot of communicating. Pluto's going retrograde in your second house. So you might be rethinking a financial situation. Maybe you have to renegotiate a salary or some kind of contract, and it's going to bring you in more money. So that's something to think about. But you're learning a new way to communicate as well, and a new way of thinking about partnerships, because Mercury is 0 degrees in your 7th house. So you're seeing partners in a new light, or partnership in a new light, even commitment in a new light, because the 7th house is the house of marriage and committed partnerships like in business. You might be forming a business connection that's going to be beneficial. Mercury's going to go retrograde, so you might have to rethink your plans or tweak your strategy. So it's not a good time to launch anything new if you're doing a business proposal, but go back and tweak it. Go back and work on your resume. Go back and work on your business plan. Go back and work on anything that needs revision. Anything you've tie up loose ends is what. And even in partnerships. So if someone comes back from the past, which is possible, you can have some type of closure. You can tie up loose ends, and either you have a brand new beginning where you decide to relate to each other in a new way, or you decide to cut your losses and move on. And so either one of those scenarios can work. Then we have the full moon lunar eclipse in your 12th house. So that's activating your 12th house and your 6th house. Those are the psychological houses, the health houses. Something is coming to light around this time. Pluto's in your 2nd house. So maybe you're realizing, I've been settling for too little, and I need more. And you might be renegotiating with partners, like, I want more love, I want more money, I want to feel valued. Your values might be changing in a big way. You're going deep. It's a great time for psychological insight. So if you want to deal with a counselor to remove psychological programming and blocks, especially around money and self-worth issues, now is a good time to do that. You can really get a lot of insight with this full moon. Saturn's in your 3rd house in Aquarius, and it's squaring the moon. So you could have some kind of conflict with a relative. Maybe there's something that you need to work out, some psychological block around siblings, family matters. You have to resolve something around authority figures, people in your family that might be more conservative than you. You have Mars and Neptune in your 4th house. Mars is still in Pisces, but Venus has moved into Aries in your 5th house. Venus, Chiron, and Jupiter are in your 5th house. That's the house of romance. It's the house of creativity. It's the house of children. So some of you might decide you want to start a family, you want to have a baby. Some of you might be starting a creative project, or you just might be having more fun this month. At the full moon, you're connecting with it could be a new romance, especially with this Ace of Cups here and all this 5th house activity. If you're meeting someone now, they're very charming. They're very optimistic. They're well-traveled. They will expose you to, they're even, adventurous, because Aries, and Chiron is there too. So you could be healing old wounds through this new relationship. I feel like this relationship has a healing effect on you, because it's getting you out of a negative pattern and allowing you to have more fun and bring more joy into your life. More joy, more love, more fun, feeling freer to express your creativity. All these things are possible. It's time for you to shine. It's time for you to really show the world what you can do. Because we have this T-square with the full moon, with Saturn. And Saturn is in Aquarius. And Saturn in Aquarius is in your 3rd house of communication. The way out of the T-square is through the opposite sign of Leo, which is in your 9th house. And that's the house of publishing, recognition. So it's time for you to speak up, publish something, communicate, teach, share your wisdom. So you could be working on some kind of creative project that allows you to do that, that allows you to show the world your philosophies on life, your feelings, your teaching, your thoughts about spirituality. So there could be a teaching opportunity that actually is going to bring you some kind of recognition. And that would be a good thing to do. So go back to your old notes and tweak those old stories and whatever. And if you're wanting to publish something, now's the time to do it. Go back but I wouldn't launch it until after the Mercury goes direct. But while Mercury is retrograde, go back and tweak all those old plans and have a new launch in June. So now we have this new moon in Gemini. And Gemini is favorable to your sign. It's in your 7th house. So you could be starting a new relationship that can get serious. It can be serious. The 7th house is the house of committed partnerships. This could be significant. You have Chiron and Mars and Jupiter in your 5th house of romance and fun and children and creative projects, creative self-expression. So you're having a lot of fun. You're going to be having fun by the end of the month. If you're not having fun at the beginning of May, the energy will shift by the end of May. You're going to be trying new things, doing things you never thought you'd do before. It's going to be, so let yourself shine. This is your month to shine, both in your career sector and in your love life. I'm just seeing positive things. The only thing you may have, most of this is positive because Jupiter and Mars brings opportunity. You might be chomping at the bit, wanting to get started on some new project. But with the Mercury retrograde, things might slow down. So don't be frustrated if things don't happen right away. They will. Mercury's slowing you down. It's putting the brakes on so that you can make sure that you're checking all the, crossing the T's and dotting all the I's. So you just want to go over things with a fine-tooth comb. Make sure you got all your ducks in a row before you launch. Venus is squaring Pluto. Venus is in your 6th house, squaring Pluto in the 2nd house. It's an out-of-sign square. So you might be having some power struggles with work over some kind of financial issue. Could be money. Maybe you just think you need more money. Or maybe you need to renegotiate a contract that has to do with finances. So that's the only glitch that you have to watch out for this month, because everything else is positive. So just don't go over the top, because with Mars in Aries and Jupiter in Aries, you're going to be very aggressive. So just tone it down. Sag has a way of being very direct, being very blunt. So you want to be careful in your communication that you don't go overboard. But that doesn't mean you can't fight for what you deserve. Just be more diplomatic. That's all I'm saying. But it looks good. It looks like, you're on for love and partnerships. You've got great aspects for love and partnerships, both business and personal. So bring it on, Sag, and I wish you, it's going to be a good month. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. And if you did, click on the like button, leave a comment, let me know if this resonated with you. Click on the link in the description box if you want to have a private reading where we can talk about your specific information. It'll take you to my website. We can get you on the schedule. Click on the subscribe button if you want to hear more videos. Check out your rising sign, not only your sun, but also your rising sign, because that could bring added insight. So have a wonderful May, Sag. I think it looks really good for you. I think you're releasing toxic situations and you're embracing new love. And you're bringing joy and abundance and opportunities to really shine this month. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Have a wonderful May, and I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.